we have reports that Stefon Diggs is a Washington Commander. Congratulations. Just came above the wire. Just came on the wire. People reporting it. So it's kind of it's good. It looks like they found their number 2 receiver. I was telling somebody it looks like, we don't see a lot of things in practice. We just see, the media gets about 25% of the practice, then they go in a bubble or whatever, they do private. But it looks like to me, Adam Peters went out there and was like, yeah, we need a receiver, man. Whatever he saw, whatever he thought, even, the rookie, from the rookie to Burks to, De'Ami Brown, looked like he said no. We need us a receiver. Now, I thought he would at least wait personally. I thought he would at least wait till like a scrimmage or preseason game, but then maybe Diggs would be gone, which is a good point. He'll probably be gone by then. I think he really wanted to play here, which is a good sign. You want people that really want to play here. He really wanted to play with Jayden. That's a good thing. Jayden, you got other receivers wanting to play here, obviously. So I think it's a good thing. I think he's ready to go right now. That's the good thing. He's ready to go now, hit the ground running. And he'll be your number 2 receiver, definitely. He'll be booked as your number 2 receiver. But I think, I think he didn't like what he saw. I think early. I think, them private practices that we don't get to see. I think he went down there and he just said, no, they look kind of like the Bad News Bears. No, we got Terry McLaurin, but in a game we get crushed. They don't have, I was thinking, well, okay, maybe they'll use the running back White and the tight end, I'm forgetting his name, but the tight end, just mix it in. They'll pick a receiver or, and they'll just mix it in with, your boy and this and that. Now, you need a number 2, even like Diggs, because, I wanted Brandon Ayuk, but he's not coming here. He's not. I think maybe that might be a thing too. I think Adam Peters may have been like, we ain't getting Brandon Ayuk. So, we waited. We got Diggs here and we can't go with this receiving core. They tried, the first player they tried to get early on was a wide receiver. Remember, that's the first player in the free agency they tried to get was a wide receiver. So they know they needed one, If Terry McLaurin goes down with a hamstring injury, he's old, then you got Diggs. They can help, he did this last year. Some good things is he's off of his severe leg injury he had. Now he's 2 years off of that. Also, he can be virtually number 2 receiver. With the Patriots, he was virtually the number 1 receiver. He was coming off an injury and he was the number 1 receiver, But I think the Patriots said, we have a defense, we have a quarterback, we don't got no receivers. Get rid of him. That's what I think the Patriots said. We need a whole new, receiver. And I think that should drive him, as he ends his career. I think this will be the last team he probably plays for. If things go really well, he might play here another year. We don't know. I'm a veteran person. I'm from the era of like Henry Ellard and stuff like that. So I do like veterans. You need savvy veteran receivers. And I think Jayden Daniels has that. He now has 2 savvy veteran receivers. He has 2 Chris Carter-esque receivers. That's what he needs. He needs that. He needs that. Then he has, Chig. Then he got the, White out the backfield. He needs some weapons, man. He needs some weapons, And I think Adam Peters said, yeah. I think I think he was like, we can't wait. I think he said we can't wait. I thought he would wait. He was like, nah, I think he saw something and said, nah, we're not. Nah, we need him now before he leaves. We need a number 2. We can't go into the season like this. And I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. So quick post here. Big news. Commanders signed Stefon Diggs. I don't know what the deal is yet. I'm assuming it's a 1 year, maybe 2 years. It might be one of the things where they give him guaranteed for a year, and it's, they can let him go after. But it looks like a 2-year contract. We'll see. I'll be surprised if it's anything over $13-14 million, something like that. We'll see. So it's a good thing. They need it. They're going into their preseason games. He'll play a little bit. They'll get some rapport, which is what he needs. Him and Terry, he has rapport with Terry, but he needs some rapport with Diggs now. And there, we'll go from there. So, Big news. So like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.